video. It is Vibimar ASMR. I haven't filmed a video in so long. I keep having technical difficulties every time I try. And so I'm not, I'm rusty. I don't really know what to say. But I also am really excited to do this video. So welcome. I'm excited to be back. I am gonna do tapping, whispering obviously, and it's gonna be a little book review, a French book review, because I have a lot of French books because I major in French in university. So I have a lot of French books, and I just realized I was looking in the viewfinder and not the camera. I better start looking in the camera now. Anyways, so I'm gonna go through the French books. We're gonna talk about them. We're gonna have some tapping and book noises and, just have some triggers and a good time. So hopefully you guys enjoy, and I hope the mic is working and everything is going good. I hope you guys are good too. Because I know it's the end of the summer right now, and it's kind of sad. People are going back to school. I'm excited to go back, but not everyone be excited to go back, which I get. So hopefully you guys are excited. Learning is fun. If you like what you're learning. I feel like in high school I didn't like it as much as now in university because I have way more choice, obviously. So that is just another thing. Anyways, first book is, let's see if it'll focus, Albert Camus, L'étranger. There it is. And this is quite a popular book. I have it in French. Oops. This book, Albert Camus is a French philosopher. He is quite popular. He died young, I'm pretty sure, which is sad, but I'm pretty sure originated the idea of existentialism and like absurdism and stuff. So, very cool guy. I'm almost done the book. I want to already read it again because I have it in French. It's like, harder for me to comprehend the full idea. But that's why I got it in French. It's good for me to learn because it's literally what I need to learn. I'll read the back briefly. See how good I do because I haven't read French in a minute. Quand la sonnerie a encore retenti que la porte du box s'est ouverte, c'est le silence de la salle qui est monté vers moi. Le silence et cette singulière sensation que j'ai eue lorsque j'ai constaté que la jeune journaliste avait détourné les yeux. Je n'ai pas regardé du côté de Marie. Je n'en ai pas eu le temps parce que le président m'a dit dans une forme bizarre que j'aurais la tête tranchée sur une place publique au nom du peuple français. So that's the back. I'm pretty sure this book is kind of like about existentialism and like how important really everything is and all that stuff. It's a good book. I do recommend. There's always English copies of this book, so if you don't know French, you can always read it in English. It's a good book. That was probably loud. Okay, prochain livre. La prochaine livre s'appelle Toronto, jamais, bleue. Et c'est par Marie-Hélène Larochelle. And I almost went to French. Fun fact, Marie-Hélène, who wrote this book, was my prof for this class that I took, where I read this book and the three others I'm about to show for a class. It was called Les Monstres Littéraires. And it was about books that depicted monsters of society, so not like monsters monsters that you would think like Frankenstein and stuff, but monsters in society, so people that would be considered monstrous in one way or another. So this is the last book I read, but we're gonna go backwards, I guess, in that class. I'll read the back. It's not too long. En suivant le quotidien d'Anna, jeune itinéraire de Toronto qui rêve de bord de mer alors qu'elle dérive de rue en rue. Puis, le tannage de Carole qui accouchera dans une ruelle putride. Et enfin la vie et vion de 4 prostituées dans la préforce de l'âge qui partagent logis malheurs. Vieux clients et petits bonheurs de l'air brut de roman traversent les jours et les nuits de femmes libres et sans compromis. Mais à force de voir leur ligne de vie grossier, une détresse masculine sans rémission et qui s'ajoute à leur propre déroute, on se demande si la monstruosité qui les habite n'est pas la ville elle-même, jamais bleue et toujours grise, incapable de guérir sa propre marginalité citoyenne. So this book's about a couple different stories in one. It takes place in Toronto, which is where I go to school actually. And yeah, it follows some homeless people, a homeless teenager, and some older prostitutes, and some pretty real stories that would depict what it would be like for if you were homeless in Toronto, or the type of life that could be seen as monstrous too, like prostitutes and all of that stuff. But yeah, it's a good book. I didn't honestly finish it. I got close to, but not quite, because I did have to read it for a course. It was rushed. It was a good book though, and I like the writing a lot. I'm pretty sure my prof went and got an award in Quebec for one of these books that she wrote. So if you know French, highly recommend. It is obviously a Canadian book, so go support. Next, we have another book, and I just press open and scratch the pages. Those are always some good sounds. This book is called Chanson, douce par Leïla Slimani. This was a good book, a very good book. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Oh, it's not gonna focus. There it goes. But yeah, I really liked this book. I also didn't finish it. I actually got like way less into this book. You can't really see, but I only got to like here, which is this is the rest of the book. But again, I had to read it for a course, and this was a fat one, and yeah. But it was a very good book for how far I got into it. I would want to come back and read this more. I'll give you guys the back again. So yeah, Louise, quelle chance vous avez d'être tombée sur elle. Elle a été comme une seconde mère pour mes garçons. Ça a été un vrai crève-cœur quand nous avons dû nous en séparer. Pour tout vous dire, à l'époque, j'ai même songé à faire un troisième enfant pour pouvoir la garder. So that was a quote from the book, and then this is like the little rundown of the book right after. It says, lorsque Myriam décidait, malgré les réticences de son mari, de répandre son activité au sein des cabinets d'avocats, le couple se met à la recherche d'une nounou. Après un casting sévère, ils engagent Louise et sont conquis par son aisance avec Mila is about a nanny. And this is a very good book because it starts off the very first, let me see what it says. The first sentence of the book. It says, Le bébé est mort, which means the baby is dead. Which is you're reading the book and you're like, crazy way to start it off. And let me just read the rest. It says, Il a suffi de quelques secondes. Le médecin a assuré qu'il n'avait pas souffert. On l'a couché dans une mousse grise et on a fait glisser le fermeture éclair sous le corps désarticulé qui flottait au milieu des jouets. It's basically describing that the doctor said that he didn't suffer and he was in the middle of the toys and stuff. It's describing a scene of who we know to be the Nunu. What's her name again? Louise. And it's the scene of her killing the kids who we find that she takes care of and stuff. So it starts off with the end of the book. So it hooks you in and you're like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. And then you see how the dynamics started off and got to that point to make her kill the kids in the end. I didn't even read to the end, and it's already a good book just because of how the beginning's starting off. And yeah, very good plot line, very well written. I want to finish reading it. If you guys can read French, I also highly recommend. I think this one is Parisian, not Canadian French, but still very good read. Very good story if you like that type of stuff. So yeah. I hope everything's going good still. I'm so nervous the mic's gonna cut out or something partway through, but we're gonna thug it out and see how this goes. If you're seeing this, that means it didn't, so. I'm gonna ramble a little more just because I love whispering. I am going into technically a 5th year of university because COVID, my first year of university, kind of put me a semester behind because I didn't get my vaccine and stuff. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go finish my French studies degree, my minor in philosophy, and then I'm gonna go to teacher's college, hopefully the next 2 years after the school year, because I want to be a French immersion teacher. I'm very excited to teach. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, I know, and it's something I'm very passionate about doing, so yeah. Next book. This one's also a banger of a book. I really liked this course because, yeah, the plots were all good. So it's called Les enfants du sabbat par Hébert. You can see kind of the whole cover there. It's a bunch of nuns. And then you can kind of see the back. It has a picture of Anne Hébert there. If you can see her, it's not going to focus probably. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so that's the author. Is she from Paris or France, or do you think she's from Quebec, I wonder? I feel like I know the story's placed. Oh yeah, she is from Quebec. So yes, another Canadian-French one. This story takes place in Quebec, and it's set in, I know it's set in the 50s or something, I don't remember. But it's a good book. Let me read the back. Wait, is there... Actually, there's no description on the back. Which kind of sucks, because this is a very interesting book, and I feel like I'm not going to explain it well. So, this book is about Sister Julie, Sœur Julie, and Sœur Julie is a nun, and it goes back and forth from her childhood to her current times as being a nun, and she grew up in, what is it called? She stuff, so we go back and forth, reliving her childhood abuse with her, and then also coming back to present times where she's becoming more and more taken over by this evil spirit that we find out was passed on from her parents, from the rituals and the abuse she had to endure. And in the end, she becomes possessed by this evil spirit, and it takes over her completely, and it's pretty messed up. This book I did almost finish. I got very close to the end, but I also didn't quite finish because it was for that class. But it was a very good book. I really got into this one. There was some crazy things being talked about in it, and it was just so tea. I was like, most the read, so. Trigger warning for this book, low-key. But it's also very good. Very, very good. I also like the texture of this. It just sounds good to tap on. What's been the best cover so far? Like this one has its own it's like glossy. Then this one I really liked. This one was like matte feeling. So like not as glossy, more matte. It's still kind of hard. And then this one was the same as Les Tranchées. These ones are the most flimsy feeling. It's more paper feeling. I don't like this one as much. And then, okay, one last book. We have one last book to go through here. And this one, I think this one's my favorite cover, actually. It's like so papery. I really like the sound of that. Okay, this one is called, let's see if it'll focus, Les Enfants. It won't really focus, it's okay. It's called Chanson by Audrée Wilhelmy. And I remember, this is also a French-Canadian book from Quebec. And I remember my prof telling me she knew the author of this book. So this, I think, out of all of the books I read in that course, was the most outrageous. This book is very outrageous, and let me read the back, because this one has a good description of what it's about. So let me get into that. So, dans la salle à manger d'une manoir sont assis 4 enfants à qui l'on a servi un repas d'équipier. Une jeune fille cachée derrière une tapisserie observe l'un d'eux engloutir la chair crue et note. Le canard serait meilleur sans toutes ces épices. Le garçon s'appelle Féléroir Barthélemy Roux et l'adolescent Mercredi Fougère. Elle est la première des 7 femmes qui croisera Féléroir dans ce roman qui retrace au travers des carnets de chacune laissera derrière elle l'apprentissage d'une meurtrière. Mercredi, Constance, Abigail, Frida, Félie, Lotta et Marie. Qui sont elles et d'où viennent-elles? Qu'est-ce qui les pousse vers celui que dans la cité on appelle désormais de l'ogre? Ce roman parle de désir, de violence, de fantasmes et d'écriture. Il donne accès à un univers amoral, le nôtre, où la puissance tient lui de loi, lieu de loi. My French is rusty. Où les victimes ne sont pas telles qu'on les imagine et où les rencontres peuvent déboucher sur un mort qui n'est pas forcément un drame. wives of Max's life, and each of them die somehow. He doesn't kill them all, but he does kill some of them. But they all die, and they each keep a journal. So it is set up as each journal entry from his first wife to his last wife, and yeah, we hear about their story, and then we read their journal entry, and then what he thought about them kind of at the end. And it's also a very effed up book, but very, very good plot. It really touches on the weird dynamics that can be when it comes to abusive relationships and the boundaries that get so blurry. It was very well written. I think out of all the books in that course, this really was my favorite. It had me so into it. I was into it. So yeah, that will conclude the video for the book reviews. I hope it was good. I hope you guys enjoyed and you guys liked all the books and all the triggers, and I hope this has been relaxing for you guys. And I am excited to make more ASMR